children's events are an important part of Missoula's week-long International Wildlife Film Festival. In 1992, Portland, Oregon songwriter Susan Ring orchestrated a songwriting workshop for 3rd and 4th graders at Hellgate Elementary. Together, Ring and her youthful collaborators experimented with discovering the ups and downs, the rhythms of songwriting for nature films.
Okay, so what we're going to talk about is the role that music plays in television and in film, and then at the end what we're going to do is take the research that you guys have done, and I'm going to have you write a song based on what we've learned. Okay, so I'm sorry I can't go through and learn all your names, but first I'll tell you a little bit about what I do, and I think you guys saw my tapes in the classroom, so you get a little bit of an idea. I write the words and the music, and sometimes I just write music if it's like a wildlife film or something like that, and that's called an underscore, which is just music behind the picture. And can anybody tell me, what do you think that does for the picture? What's the role for that? Why would someone say, there's a scene here of a lake and an elk, and we need music for it? Why do you think they would say that?
Well, because it kind of gives more life to the picture.
Right, it gives more life to the picture. What does it do? How does it give more life to the picture?
Well, it kind of makes something there and makes a sound there. Kind of like an inspiration.
Good, inspiration. Very good. Yeah.
I thought that maybe it made the picture like more exciting to look at instead of just like looking at it.
Right, right. Sometimes silence is good. That's one of the things about writing music, is knowing when not to put it. Because if it's too much, it gets like you get sort of oversaturated and you don't even hear it anymore. So one of the keys to writing that is for me to say to the producer who's putting together the tape, saying to me, don't put any music here. Or I'll say, look, I don't want to put music here because you need to breathe a little bit and have some silence. So one of the ways that music is used is music to inspire and move the picture along, create a feeling. So how else is music used in television? What's another way? Yeah.
Well, they use it on cartoons a lot, like
what does it do for the cartoon?
It gives it more action.
Right, more action, and imagine watching like Tom and Jerry without any of the music.
Yeah, for the sound effects.
For the sound effect. But what's kind of weird is you don't even really hear the music when you're watching it. You just sort of take it for granted. And next time, this Saturday, when you turn on your TV and watch the Turtles or whatever, try and pay attention to the music, and you'll see that there was actually someone who created that and was watching the picture and specifically created different feels in the music for that picture. Yeah.
They use it for commercials a lot.
Great. What does it do for the commercial? Why
it kind of puts an excitement into the advertisement, except for just some guy standing here going, well, this is this and that's that.
Right. And but why though? I used to work in advertising and did some commercials also, and one of the things that,
To make it more interesting to watch.
Right, more interesting to watch, and what's another really important thing in commercials? We're talking about if it has words, not just the music, but if it has words.
To make people want to buy it.
Right, how? Why does it make you want to buy it? If you see like a Kodak commercial and they're singing about growing up and this and that, what does it do for you? Yeah.
Because it might...
I forgot what you were going to say. Okay, let me know if you remember what you were going to say. Yeah, it helps you understand. One of the things it does that's very important in music and commercials is... You have any more? Is it conveys information and it creates an emotional response. What does that mean, creates an emotional response? Because you have an emotional feeling from it, and it's not just a dry message. There's something that conveys inside of you. Just like, I hope when you saw the song on the rainforest, You Can't Grow Home Again, did that convey an emotion inside of you? Okay, so, hang on a second. Okay. So say for that song, Keep It Alive, what if it was just something like this? What if it was like, response does that bring out in you, if any? Yeah.
None.
None, right. So one of the important things when you're writing a song is what?
Has to sound good. Has to.
Well, that's sort of objective, whether it sounds good or not. What has it got to do?
Well,
Someone could say it sounds good, someone could say it sounds bad, but it conveys what?
An emotion in it.
Right. So you got to think about what if I did Keep It Alive like this? Tell me what kind of emotion this conveys. Yeah.
It doesn't really. If you had a picture about a sloth or something going down a tree, it wouldn't sound too.
No, it sounds like the sloth would be wearing a tutu or something.
Yeah, because it would it just wouldn't fit the picture.
Exactly. Exactly. That's a very important thing, is that it fits the picture. And that's the other thing, when you go and you watch TV, you can pay attention, or when you go see a movie, why did the composer write what he did? Does it fit the picture? Yes?
Because if it was something, if you're watching a movie that was serious, and then they had this really goofy music, then it wouldn't sound too good because they're trying to convince you
Right.
to save something or help something.
Right.
But if they have this goofy music, it's like they don't want you to help us.
Right. Another thing is another way music is used to say there's something scary, right? Say you're watching a horror film or Halloween or one of those things, and something is just about to happen, but you don't see it. If you have the volume turned off, right? You're watching a woman walk down a man walk down the street, and you don't hear the music, and he's just walking down the street. You have no idea what's going to happen. Say he's walking down the street, and you hear this. Picture in your mind right now somebody walking down the street. Does that convey any kind of emotion? Excuse my piano playing. It's not the greatest, but yeah.
It kind of convinces you that you know something's gonna happen, like something's gonna jump out at
Right,
your head.
exactly. And that's called foreshadowing. Have you ever heard that word before? Foreshadowing. So that warns you that something's going to happen. And also, if someone says, well, in this scene, I want you to write something, the person writing the music knows what's going to happen next, and they write it to warn you. So take a look. Can you see that doorknob over there? Is the monitor blocking you? Okay. We're going to picture somebody. This is what you're going to picture. What you're going to see. Just see it turning like this. Doesn't work from the other side. So you just have to picture it turning real slow. Okay? Who's on the other side of the door? Listen to the music. I think something good. Who's on the other side of the door? It's turning real slow. Yeah.
Something scary.
She hasn't answered yet.
Someone like exciting that we come in and start dancing.
Exactly. Someone exciting is going to come in and start dancing. Anything else?
It could be like a birthday surprise.
Yeah, birthday surprise. Now you see, it's just a doorknob. That's all it is. But you're listening to the music, okay? Picture the same thing. Who's on the other side now? Who's on the other side of the door?
Someone scary.
Someone scary. Yep. Is it different sounding than when you think of your birthday party or something? How's it different?
Well, because it's kind of slow and
Right, slower.
The tempo's changed.
Mm-hmm. It's slower, and it's the no, it's not as melodic. It's more just like a little hovering like that. And yet, did the picture in your mind change at all? The actual physical picture of the doorknob turning, did it change? Mm-hmm.
well, it sort of sounded like a ballerina popped out the door, something like that.
Maybe a scary ballerina. Did the picture of the doorknob change, or did anything in the picture change? Did I tell you anything different other than a doorknob? No, right. Okay, so you see what an important role the music played. Okay, now we're going to look at a videotape of a scene of picture writers. And there's a quick little thing of a snake in this. And I'm not going to play the music for you, but I'm going to play several examples of different kinds of music. And you tell me at the end which one you think was entailed in this song. It's called, what's the name of this song? How Long Can You Hold Your Breath? And it's about it's from 3-2-1 Contact. And, I don't know if you see, it was on, they keep repeating the show, so it's on whenever. And there was some research in this, but I want you to tell me what you think the role that research played in this particular song. Question, actually. But, what do you think the research for the songwriter was entailed in that song? What kind of research?
How long each animal could hold their breath.
Right. How long each animal. But, if you notice, where did you see the minutes? Was it in the song or was it in the picture? In the picture. So for this song, I didn't have to do hardly any, I didn't have to do hardly. I hardly had to do any research at all. It was more, just write a song about animals holding their breath, and then the producer is the one that found the research and put the numbers up there. Because the words were just, how long can you hold your breath under the water, how long under the sea. So my role was kind of easier in this particular song. I didn't have to do all the research. If you had to do it, where do you think you'd find all that information? Where do you think you'd find the information, how long they can hold? Encyclopedia, where else? Mm-hmm.
The library.
The library. What in the library?
Reference books.
Reference books. Good. Yeah.
It might tell just a little bit of information in a dictionary. Just a little bit.
Yeah, dictionaries. You know what? Another good place to get information? Besides books? Where's another good place?
Watching the wildlife thing.
Watching the wildlife. Very good. Watching the videos and the tapes on TV. And what's another place?
Oh, wait. Oh, that SeaWorld and the big aquarium.
Yeah, good. Another place, too, is a real simple one, and that's ask people. You know, you ask experts. You can ask teachers. I'll call up people who are, you know, in charge of woodpeckers in some kind of museum, and I say, the woodpecker, you know, is this fact correct? Is this fact incorrect? So human resources are just as important as the books are. One fact about a cheetah. It hides their prey under bushes and trees? What does it hide under the bushes and the trees? It's food? Really? Okay, you mean like it catches the food and then it takes it and it hides it so no one else can get it? Okay, so... They hide their food in the, you all have to agree on this because we're all going to write this together. They hide their food in the tree?
Yeah. And in bushes.
Okay. Yeah. They don't grow their claws back? Can a cat grow its claws back?
Yeah.
A cheetah can't?
That's all
Yeah,
can't.
Huh?
It's the only big cat that can't.
Really? That's pretty fascinating. Okay, can't, so does it get manicures every day?
No.
How does it make sure it holds on to its claws?
It pulls inside of its
Oh, okay. So what should we say? Can't grow his claws back if he breaks them? Is that okay? So like the other cats, like the tiger and the leopard, they can grow their claws back? What, did you find out why that is? Just evolution, I guess, right? Is there anybody that can copy this down? Or anybody, just somebody, sure. Another fact about a cheetah.
Usually when they hunt for their prey, they usually go for the weak ones.
Okay. And you also had another cue when they hunt for the prey. That means are they predators or raiders? They're predators. Okay, so let's put that down. They hunt for the weak. See, then they eat the weak ones, and aren't they like less nutritious if they're weaker?
They eat babies and the weak ones.
So then it's less of a fight. Is that why? Is that why? Okay, hunt. These facts are about the cheetah. So, but you don't have to call it the cheetah. You can call it whatever you want. I'll write it down. The cheetah. Okay. Okay, if you call it Chester Cheetah, then you got to say he da-da-da and he does this and Chester does that, which is fine. You make it into like a real cheetah. You can say Chester weighs up to the. That's fine. Or if you wanted cheetahs in general, it's just the cheetah.
Chester Cheetah.
I was going to say the cheetah's life.
The cheetah's life? Well, we'll make it Chester Cheetah and then it'll be about his life, okay?
Chester Cheetah's life.
Okay.
Chester Cheetah's life.
His wife? Okay, here's Chester. Okay. Now, one of the things you're going to think about, the song consists of what and what? In the words, it consists, when you sing a song, there's a verse and there's what? Well, the lyrics make up the verse and the chorus, okay? What is the part of the song that when you remember a song, usually that's the part you sing? Right, the refrain or the chorus. That's going to be the catchy part. So let's think of the chorus first. Chester Cheetah's life, okay? So we're going to, no matter what we say in the facts and the verse, we're going to come back to, like in the Keep It Alive. He kept coming back to keep it alive, keep it alive. Went into a verse, came back to keep it alive. We're going to come back to Chester Cheetah's life. Give me one line you want to say about his life that kind of sums up the whole thing, or the whole song. Okay. Chester's the fastest animal?
Chester and his friend. Chester and his friend. Chester and his other cat. Chester Cheetah's life is cool.
He doesn't have to go to school.
Yeah.
Okay.
Chester Cheetah's life is cool. He doesn't have to go to school.
Okay, now think, while I'm writing this, while I'm writing he doesn't have to go to school, but think, the next lyric has to be what he does. Okay, but don't just think about it. Let me write this. Okay, you know when this happens, you know what you do? When this happens, you read it again. Chester Cheetah's, read it with me.
Chester Cheetah's life is cool. He doesn't have to go
and you see how it fits. Who wants to do the rap this time?
Raise your hand.
Okay. All right. You just gotta do it louder, okay? One of the things you're learning right here when you're writing a song is it's rarely correct the first time. You sort of have to go back and change it and what sounds better, and then the producer will say, we'll put Chester's name in there, and then you try it, and then you say it doesn't work or something. So a lot of when your own skills that you use, like in writing, like papers for English and all that stuff, goes into this too, because you have to rewrite and don't expect to get it right the first time. Before we go over this again, I think we need another like little lyric in here, don't you think? I don't think this is enough. But you know what else I think? This does not sound like a chorus to me. This sounds more like a verse. Because there's still a lot of words in this, and I think the chorus should be catchier. Like something like, oh Chester, Chester, something like that, like snappier. This has a lot of facts in it. Let's do a chorus now. Chester, what do you do? Sit in the shade and
Catch your prey.
Cool. We got to rhyme with do.
Don't dream about the zoo. Don't dream about and you
I don't want to say about the zoo in here. Doing.
You could put, what do you do? Stay in, lie in the shade and stay real cool?
Okay, well,
catch a little groove.
how about lie in the shade? Maybe I'll change my mind about the word cool. How about lie in the shade and act real cool? Be real cool. Or, 'cause you're saying he's cool, right? What do you do? Do you want it? Because act real cool kind of makes him like, actually that's not really correct. Because he does stay real cool. Let's put stay real cool.
He needs to study shade. He needs to study motion. Because there's too cool.
Okay, you guys read this? Ready? Go.
Oh, Chester, Chester, made to get wet. So why do you run and work up a sweat? Oh, Chester, Chester, what do you do? Lie in the shade and stay real cool.
Long twice first. One more. Okay, bring the drums in. Good. So this will go. Oh, Chester, Chester, you hate to get wet. So why do you run and work up a sweat? Oh, Chester, Chester, what do you do? Lie in the shade and stay real cool. Okay. Why don't, you know what? Let's everybody chant it. Why don't we do the whole thing? from beginning to end?
Yeah, okay.
Why don't fine. Make it low so big. Swallow it. Keeps in full force several days. You know what? Let's put a space in between that and the chorus. We'll go. It keeps in full for several days. 1, 2, 3. Chester. Okay, it goes right. It goes in too fast. And then at the end we'll slow down and stay. You too. Okay, picture it. And I know you're picturing him like the Cheetos guy with the sunglasses. Okay, that was actually very good. Switch drums. Let's do it one more time. Here we go. Remember, I do 2 by myself. Let's do it one more time.
The International Wildlife Film Festival not only shows you the world's best nature films, but also how to make them.
So I put together my independent producer. Yeah. Okay. Here we go. Now, here's the, this is from the Papago Reservation. Okay. There it is. It's coming up right here. Give me the money.